Experience action. Let's stop just talking about customer experience, employee experience, and the experience of leaders. Let's turn ideas into action. Your host, Jeannie Walters, is an award-winning customer experience expert, international keynote speaker, and founder of Experience Investigators, a strategic consulting firm helping companies increase sales and customer retention through elevated customer experiences. Ready, set, action.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Can you believe it's been another week? I can't. I'm so excited you're back. I'm back. I'm Jeannie Walters. Let's get to our question.
Hi, Jeannie. I'm a student studying business, and I'm still pretty new to customer experience. What's the best way for me to learn, and what kind of certification should I be getting?
First of all, good on ya, young student, for really understanding that this is something bigger than a business degree, that there are options out there, all of those things.
Yay!
So let's talk about customer experience in higher education right now. There is more today than there ever has been when it comes to degrees or certifications or things like that. A couple of the better known places, Michigan State University has a master's in customer experience management. There are different certifications at places like MIT and University of California, San Diego, different places like that. And then Arizona State University has had their Center for Services Leadership for a long time. So there are different options out there. However, it's not required for going into customer experience. You don't need a specific degree. What I have seen, though, that I want to give you a little bit of caution around is that as I work with different leaders at different organizations, I have not seen one program that looks exactly like the next. There is no one perfect way to approach this. When we talk about even things like maturity models in customer experience, there's this sense that it's linear, that it's something that you can just kind of march through and address by checking off certain things, making sure certain things happen. And I have yet to see a program that doesn't have a lot of nuance, that doesn't have a lot of just figuring things out as you go. So get the concepts right, get the goals right, make sure that you're really thinking through, why are we doing this? Because getting a certification in something like how to measure customer feedback isn't really addressing customer experience goals. It's really important to get that feedback. It's very important to understand that data so you can turn those insights into action. All of that is very important. However, measurement is not the goal.
What?
Measurement is measurement. So some of these certifications that are out there are actually about a specific approach to something like how to measure customer feedback. And if you want to tackle that, that is great. That's a great way to learn. But there are other ways to really get the information and the support that you need. If you're looking at those higher education programs, there are many, many out there and available to you. They'll all give you some sort of unique perspective, some sort of education, so that you can really take what is important, use your own critical thinking, and make sure that you are delivering for your organization. I have actually been a guest lecturer at some of these classes here in Chicago at DePaul University and Loyola and other places. But one of the things that I always get asked when I'm talking to different students who are coming up is, how do you break in? How do you get involved? And one organization I've been involved with for a long time, since the beginning, is the Customer Experience Professionals Association, the CXPA. I always recommend that, cxpa.org, because that is about the discipline of customer experience. It's not about one approach. It's not about one technology or tool. That's where you will find conversations and different perspectives. So that's something that I always recommend. And as a result of that, that certification, the CCXP, is something I always point to as well. Now, the CCXP is for Certified Customer Experience Professional. That's the certification I have. And what I like about this is that it is about the many different parts of the discipline. Yes, you have to know about measurement, but you also have to know about strategy. You have to know about culture. You have to know about change management. You have to know about all of these things, simply because we need a lot of tools in our toolkit. We need to make sure that we understand how to build buy-in throughout our organization, How do we socialize the findings? How do we get the right people involved? How do we present those measurements and those metrics so that people understand them and can use them in the work that they do? All of these different things are important to really understanding customer experience strategy and management. Now, I will also put in a little plug for all of the content that we have available at Experience Investigators, because we have a pretty robust learning center where you can find all sorts of resources. All the articles I've written over the past however many years, it's been a few. So when you're looking at the Learning Center, you can search for topics. You can search for the medium that you like to learn from. We have video, we have audio, we have different guidebooks and workbooks that you can download and use. So if you are really interested in learning, keep learning wherever you are. While these programs are great, these degrees, these certifications, all of those matter because we want to make sure that you can't just show up and say, I'm a customer experience professional without doing the work. We have to do the work. So the credentials are very important. But I also encourage you to just be a lifelong learner in this topic because there's always so much to learn. Now that we have all these amazing tools and technologies available to us, we can really take on even more learning. We can make sure that we're leveraging technology and tools in new ways. And that is constantly changing at breakneck speed right now. So if you're not really being one of those proactive, lifelong learners, if you're looking around and waiting for people to give you the path, you might be waiting for a long time. So wherever you start, go ahead and take in the information. And wherever you are today, you are still a student. I mean, I'm still a student, and I've been doing this for more than 20 years because there is always more to learn. So I encourage you, keep learning, keep looking for ways to sharpen that saw, keep making sure that you're looking ahead for what are the goals that you have and how can education and content and credentials, how can that help you achieve those goals? And then also remember that this is all about taking all of your life experience, all of your knowledge, all of the different pieces and best practices and tools, and making sure that you put together the right strategy and program for your specific organization. There is no one size fits all here. So I encourage you to really think about that as you decide what you want to learn and how you want to learn. Great question. Thank you so much for asking this. And for those of you who want to continue learning, not only do we have the Learning Center at experienceinvestigators.com, we are now building the wait list for our CXI Flight School, which is all about guidance through really learning how do you put these things into practice? How do you guide as a leader in your organization? And then we also just launched our CXI Compass. Now, that is an assessment you can take that helps you understand where are the weaknesses in your organization, where should you invest. We give you resources and tools right there. Those are all because that will help us live our mission to empower leaders like you to create fewer ruined days for your customers. That's what this is all about because it makes a better world. How cool is that? So keep learning, keep growing, keep leading. You're doing so well, and I cannot wait for you to tell me about what you're learning and where I should go to learn as well, because we're all in this together. We're all learners. We're all students all the time. So go have a great week and celebrate. Make sure that you are congratulating yourself for the learning that you're doing. I'll see you next week, everybody. To learn more about our strategic approach to experience, check out free resources at experienceinvestigators.com, where you can sign up for our newsletter, our Year of CX program, and more. And please follow me, Jeannie Walters, on LinkedIn.